Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. My name is Muhammad Ulazmi bin Sarif and I am a student of University Metropolis, also candidate A for today. Today, I would like to have a talk about if I got selected as a Prime Minister for our nation. As the Prime Minister for Malaysia for one term, I would like to leave a legacy or world-class athlete and sport that can be provided. Our sports, such as badminton, bowling, and squash, already has accomplished world standard and brought a lot of achievement. But why other sports do not shine? Let me mention. I can solve some of it that's been conducted in the wrong way. Because of that, I will change it to become more efficient. First, I will give government support to athletes. My first focus is increase funding for athletes, improving education, career pathway, and supporting athlete welfare. In line with this strategy, I need to develop an athlete center. With this center, I can use it to collect the athlete information and help them in many ways that can be provided. Next, I also need broad basis sport for all. This need happen because it is a one way to build up a large athlete pool. Currently, this is not something sport associations sees as within their purview. So, I will take a role in this. This includes developing a club system and have a long-term athlete development model within each sport. Clubs are lifeblood of any sport development scheme, and associations need to support their corrections and establish standard practice for how they should be run. This is a comprehensive framework that addresses knowledge to elite level of athlete performance. Associations that could implement such frameworks will be rewarded with a large and capable base of young athletes, some of them who eventually reach the high personal level. Then, we also need to be wary of hiring foreign coach. Foreign coach only impact the small group of athletes that actually work with. In most cases, associations that hire foreign coach are spending a lot of money for a little result only. A better way to spend money on foreign talent is to consider hiring a technical director, someone who understand the various moving parts need for sport development and specific sport involved. In a nutshell, this way can make our sport become more shine and more unbeatable. Next, I give to you.
Okay, good morning everyone. My name is Muhammad Hazik, and as the candidate for B for today, as the Prime Minister of Malaysia for one term, the legacy that I will left behind is a country on par with other world economic leaders, a country with economic prosperity that will be acknowledged by the world. Malaysia capitalized on its geography to improve trading relationship and foster integration. It has established itself as a global manufacturing powerhouse and the hub of innovation. It is the home to the Bayan Lepas Free Industry Zone, sometimes called the Silicon Valley of the East. To get there, you will need the right mix of ingredients. Tun Mahathir has said the key to economic success is boosting productivity growth. He is exactly right. Why does this matter? Because productivity growth drives average income growth and rise living standards. A little bit like how the sour element of laksa give it so much flavor. So, I want to briefly highlight two key ingredients to boosting productivity in Malaysia. There are certainly more, but this is a good place to start. The first is to improve governance and tackling corruption. If we turn a blind eye to corruption, it will poison the ability of a nation to attract investors and create jobs. I wonder if some of you would agree.
I agree with you. Very agree.
I will launch a new anti-corruption plan with a focus on making financial transactions more transparent and strengthening our oversight capabilities. I believe this measure can help attract business to invest across Malaysia. I will create easier funding investment policy in scientific research and open market policies, encouraging companies to create R&D center in Malaysia and pushing innovation and innovators further, giving them access to profit tools. In a nutshell, there are no one ingredient or one solution. There are, however, core ingredients that with the right mix will deliver impact for this country, and I have offered a few today. With new technologies developed in Malaysia and the right amount of investment, we will up down the goals of Wawasan 2020 in a blink of an eye. That's all for me.
Wow, very good. Very good.
Hi everyone. My name is Nur Masara and I'm the candidate C. Okay, as a Prime Minister of the Malaysia, for one term, I would like to raise Malaysians' education to the world-class education. Firstly, I would like to provide more resources for diplomatic students to ensure all students achieve high standards of education. We must book more library to ensure students can find information easily. Besides, we also need to improve the quality of reference and exercise book accordingly to the syllabus in the first world school college. Next, we should invest more resources and focus more towards the problematic students to ensure and even the field requiring jobs. The next one is standardize and update the syllabus in Malaysia from other countries. This will make sure that Malaysia is not left behind when it comes to the education. This can ensure our students have variety of overseas job opportunity. This action also can prevent Malaysia's education from being underestimated by others well-established countries. Then, I would like to create a better path for students with poor academic achievement. As we know that not all students got opportunity to attend college or university to further their studies, right? Besides, many jobs require people with good academic certificate acknowledged by any college or university. But this is not the only way that show a person's skill level. Besides academic certificate, we also can offer a certificate for the skill that have been learned to students as the secondary choice. The next is hence student who has poor academic capability, they will have another choice to become part of our skillful workers for our thriving industry. This step can reduce Malaysia's needs for overseas experienced workers since we can sustain our own local expert workforce for the industry. In conclusion, education can bring a lot of achievement individual and world. That's all from me. Okay, the next one.
Hello everyone, my name is Nur Afrika and I am a student of University Malaysia Perlis and I am a candidate D. Today I would like to talk about if I'm a Prime Minister of our nation. Malaysia has been regarded as one of the world's best medical center. As the Prime Minister of this great country, I will make this country medical achievement a legend to be told for generations to come. Everyone deserves the right to seek a healthy life whatever their economic or social status occur to be. As the Prime Minister of Malaysia, to accomplish an excellent health facility, free healthcare is one of the best ways to include in the medical services. The strategy of this free healthcare system is to ensure that every citizen from any socio-economic background has proper access to health services at a minimal cost or no cost at all. Therefore, thousands of lives can be saved through this service. Numerous patients who may not be able to find health services even in critical condition can easily go to the hospital for treatment. In conclusion, this step will make Malaysian medical achievement become well known throughout the world. That's all from me, thank you.
Wow, everyone has their own ideas and their own sector to be provided, such as economic rights, education rights, and health rights.
Yes.
I am on the spot, only the minimal sector. But I think everyone is very good in their own, and economic may be raised, education may be raised, health may be raised, and sport may be raised. I think we are the winner. I hope we can fight fair and good, right?
Yeah, agree with that.
Well, as for me personally, I think economy and health is a most crucial part of a country. Hence, we need to improve the both sector
Yes.
respectively.
Yes. With economic rise or economic help can be rise also. With economic, I think economic more efficient lah. I mean, economic need to be a top because with economic, others can be raised also.
But for me, I think every sector is important because all of it can make our country the best country in the world.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. I agree with you. How about you?
For me, I think everyone
Got the best point.
get the best point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we can conclude that economic and health is an important part of the country, but all of a topic we discussed for today is very important for a country to improve its prestige and its livelihood of the citizens.
I agree with you. Congratulations. Next. Hey guys, I think I got a new idea that we can have a talk. It's about everyone has a role to play in making Malaysia safer to live in. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
It's a great topic to talk.
Yes, I think it is more important also. Do you agree with I start first as a
Yes.
candidate?
Yeah, you should start.
Thank you. Every individual can play a role in maintaining safety. This will make the safety more efficient and effective. The roles that can increase safety in every individual need to be more careful in life. The carefulness can be the most effective way to prevent any incidents that can happen in life. There are a lot of ways for a role of careful individual can be effective, such as before leaving your house or apartment, you need to keep stranger out by locking all the doors and locking them. Active your security system on the way out of door to scare off situational intruder before leaving. Even a few minutes, lock your front door and close the garage. If you go out at the night, leave 1 or 2 lights on the deter burglar from entering your house. When leaving on extended trip or vacation, have someone to get your mail and newspaper and set your outside light on the timer to turn on at the night. This careful action can ensure that you are being prepared for the worst situation before they occur. Also, when you are driving, you also need to be careful with your surroundings. When you enter your car, inspect the vehicles and ensure everything is the way you left it. Before you drive, be sure you defrost your window and complete your in-flight entertainment. Fasten your seatbelt after fastening your children. Person under 1.5 meters will sit in the back seat, as the front seats airbag pose a serious risk to short-term individual. Do not use cell phone while driving in the car, even if you have a Bluetooth headset. Talking on the phone is a distraction and take your mind off the road. Avoid eating in the car and focus on passenger. Open arrive rather than on the road. If you use an iPod when driving, quick apply this before and avoid looking at the unit while driving. This will make the risk for the accident happens decrease, right?
Yeah.
In conclusion, the more careful you are, the more safety you will. That's all for me. I give to candidate B.
Well, as for me, everyone has a role to play in the safety of Malaysia, even as a community. The definition of a safe community is where people can live, work and play safely. This can be achieved when private and public sector work in partnership to improve the safety and health of the people. Besides improving the life of the individual, safe communities also create many common beliefs such as improved safety, productivity and competitiveness, less crime, low healthcare costs and reduction to social expenditure. Effective programs can be realized through the synergy of safety and health initiatives of the different community groups, local corporation, local government, agencies and other service groups. Hence, what are the foundations for a safe community? If a neighborhood does have a neighborhood watch program, consider having one. Once we have a group of people willing to put in the line, call up local law enforcement bureau and tell them what we are going to do. Many local law enforcement will be willing to send a police officer or two to our neighborhood to watch meeting, which can be an invaluable value for helping us to learn how to spot and safely report any serious activity, coordinate meeting times for the neighborhood watch, which can be held in a community space or even online, talk about the safety issue that concern the most, and ask the law enforcement what we can do to help. Sometimes issues emerge in the city and country department, and things that ought to be done do not or get delayed. Maybe a tree fell across a popular trail and haven't yet cleared, or maybe there are local staircases that are covered with slippery leaf and other debris that will make people sleep. By using social media groups or flyers in the local area to advertise a cleanup day, it will not only serve as a great community bonding activities but also lower the health and safety risk while making the neighborhood more of a sight to behold. Sometimes it takes to make an area safety is a little consideration and elbow grease. In a nutshell, we as a community must work together with common goal to make a safe community for all of us to live a healthy and safe life, whether through neighborhood watch or some community activities with close cooperation with other agencies. That's all for me.
Wow. Very good.
Okay.
Very good.
Very good idea. Now I'm going to explain about the role of school in making a safer place. School safety has always been important, but the recent advent of campus violence has brought this issue to the spotlight, increasing scrutiny on campus security practice. So, what should be done to make sure our school is as safe as possible? While there are no infallible plans, there are precautions school can take to keep our students safe. First, teachers need to teach the students about the public crime to create awareness among students. Teenagers nowadays easily influenced by their surroundings. Because of that, parents send them to the school to learn and prevent youth from making contact with bad influence. This is why school must be the safest place for young folks. Smoking, skipping class, bullying, and other bad activities can be prevented by teachers and school authorities. When teachers prevent it from happening, we can assume that the students are guided away from crime. The next one is give counseling to troubled and needy students. Currently, students more likely to do something bad, such as bullying others and vandalism. Usually, they have family problems or something's happened to them. As a teachers, we have to take the responsibility and help them to be a better persons. Counseling session will give them time to heal their emotional wounds and calm them down. The next one is install the closed circuit camera, which is CCTV in the school and tighten security in the school. Security guard can be important roles to keep the school safe. For example, guard cannot give permissions to unknown visitor with unreasonable excuse to enter the school. This will prevent any cause of problems or something bad in the school. Then CCTV is very important to record events that happen in the school. When something bad happens, we can check through CCTV for evidence. In a nutshell, schools is the most important place for student or teenager that can be most safe place ever. That's all from me.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Thank you.
For me, it is very clear that the government play the biggest role in making Malaysia a safer place to live in. However, corruption is a slow poison which kills the constitution, the society, and the economy of developing nations. In other words, corruption is one of the biggest challenges faced in the contemporary world, which clearly show the difference between good and bad government. Bribery are the most common method of corruption. These payments are needed or demand to make things pass swifter, smoother, or more favorably through the government bureaucracy. Corruption causes a lot of harms to the society, like for instance, when it leads illegal mining of coal, gold, or logging in the rainforest. Corruption may also lead to the insecure citizen, politician, and administrator between huge opportunities, grave risks, and much pressure. An important way of preventing corruption is to give a better salary in a government job. In conclusion, high salary will reduce motivation and resolve to engage in briberies. That's all from me.
Wow, they are very excellent ideas.
Yeah.
I am from individual roles. You are from what role do you take?
The community.
Community, you?
And I'm from school.
School, right?
And I'm the government role.
Government, so very role is very important, I think.
Yes,
I think
animals.
it will start by individuals. Individuals is, I think, the most important, because for individuals we can to the community. If one individual is responsible, one community can be more responsible. And for responsible individuals can brought their own children be more responsible also, and brought to the school. So it will become our school, our community is more safer than others. About government, I think important also, because it's our upper levels.
Yes.
They take care of nations, they take care of our salary, because that they are also one of the hot topic to do for safer place. How about you?
Well, for me, an individual is a very serious matter. If the individual is a corrupted individual, it will corrupt the government. But the government can do laws and reforms that can manage the citizens. So it will shape the citizens' behavior and the communities. And the communities can help to shape the individual's behavior. Likewise, yeah.
That was so good.
For me, I think every roles got their own, like they need to take role in making our country safer place to live in. So every role is important. They gotta do their own work to making it much better country to live in.
That for me, I think school is the most important role, because that is where the youth will grow up and
Grow up and become
become a good adult.
good job. Oh. So topic is very hot topic, and idea is more excellent, the most excellent. So I think the most excellent topic is government and individual, because they are the most starter fact for safer place. So only that I don't have any idea for the further this talk.
Yeah.
So how about yours? Have any idea for further this talk?
No, that's all from us.
That's all. Okay. Alright, thank you from us. I am candidate A, Muhammad Uzmi Sarif.
I'm candidate B, Muhammad Wafiq Haziq bin Muhammad Nazri.
I'm candidate C, Norma Sarah binti Wan Zamri.
And I'm candidate D, Nur Afika binti Ami Azrul.
And having a good time. Goodbye. Assalamualaikum.